This is the latest in the lineage of Genesis New York concept cars. Every year, come Easter time, instead of eggs, Genesis likes to hand out a brand new concept. And this year, it's the X Gran Equator. It is, put simply, the brand's first adventure model. Is this going to turn into a production car? Who knows? But what it does say is Genesis is looking to expand its horizons, to be a bit bolder in the cars it produces. As you can see, it is a more rugged and adventurous model. We've got these knobby tires. We've got these beadlock look-alike alloy wheels. It's given it a more, purposeful and aggressive stance. The idea that you can, well, as Genesis pointed out, it's inspired by the cowboys of the world. It's designed to tow their drones and that sort of thing. It's a wilder concept, something about sort of pushing the limits of the brand. And as you can see from a design perspective, it certainly does that. The crest grille that's been a trademark of Genesis in its 10 years is actually gone, and instead we've got the two-line headlight that is now the key signature design element, and it runs the entire width of the front of the car to give it a real presence and a real width. Having those horizontal lines really makes it feel quite boxy and bold, as does the huge long bonnet. This is a very large bonnet, despite the fact they've actually told us nothing about what potentially could sit underneath it, because it's just a concept. But then you have that cabriolet design and a clamshell tailgate. Inside the X Gran Equator, it's a really special car. It's obviously built for adventure, but Genesis is still a luxury brand, so they've really pushed the boat out in terms of interior design. There's a lot of really interesting materials used. There's obviously you got your traditional leather, but there's more some interesting fabric choices. But the really cool thing to me is they've ditched this modern trend for just rectangular, smartphone or tablet style screens everywhere, and instead we've gone a bit old school in some ways with round dials for the instrument panel, but we've also across the dash here for the infotainment. Now they are actually screens, they're little screens, but it's kind of that nice little blend of the modern and the retro, and it sort of really works with the character of this more adventurous model. At the rear, Genesis continues that theme of luxury meets adventure with this. Open the tailgate and out pops two leather finished chairs. You can sit on here to, watch the sun go down over your campsite, or go and watch your local sporting team, or whatever you want to do, because this really is Genesis' first adventure model. Now, if you want to know more about the X Gran Coupe or any of our New York Motor Show coverage, make sure you check out carsguide.com.au. Now, I guess the $1 million question is, will Genesis build something like this? In a word, unlikely. But instead what we will see is elements of this concept flow into other cars. That's what we've seen with previous New York concepts from Genesis. We've seen the Mint, which was a really exciting looking small kind of performance car. Well, that evolved into the GV60. So I expect something similar from this. We may be seeing elements of future GV70, GV80, and as we saw last year with the Neolung concept, that's going to turn into the GV90 production car. So while it's spectacular and it's fantastic, and it'd be amazing if Genesis would build a more adventurous luxury SUV, for now, we could just get to admire this as a pretty Easter surprise.